Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of God, the most merciful, the most grateful. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Peace be upon you all. Thank you all for coming here. It's an honor to be here. My name is Mansour Shuman. I'm a Palestinian Canadian. I was in Gaza from October till March, doing some citizen journalism and charity work. It's an honor to be here. I attended Queen's University and UFC, where I did my engineering and I did my MBA. One of my dreams was to come to UFT as a student. But now, I'm even more proud that I'm a student here at your encampment. Here we have around 250 tents full of eager students, teachers, professors, research assistants, volunteers, community members, sitting in the middle of Toronto, in the middle of its campus, in an area which was before a few weeks not allowed for students to come in. But they fought back and they were able to come in and secure this area, this central area in the middle of UFT, as a symbol of resistance, as a symbol of their demands on behalf of the people in Gaza, asking the university officials to BDS, boycott, divest, and sanction against the Zionist interests in Canada and beyond. Before coming to the encampment, I got a message from one of our brothers in the north. He told me, Mansour, I heard that you're in Canada for a short visit. Please make sure that you visit their encampments. Please tell those students that what they are doing right now is what's keeping them on going there in the north, in the south, and in the middle regions to remain steadfast, to remain strong on the path that they're following. Because when they are there in Gaza, they do not have a lot of communication with the outside world. They do not know what is happening. However, when the news comes in that tens of thousands of kilometers away, people that may not share their creed or skin color or their background or their ethnicity stand by them in the name of freedom, in the name of basic human rights, and continue to ask the world, to ask these governments, these world orders, to put a stop, to put an end to the apartheid system and regime in Gaza, this is something that keeps them going on. What you are doing now, believe it or not, in my opinion, is more brave than a lot of the people in Gaza right now. And I'll tell you why. The people in Gaza, the situation they're in, were forced upon them. So they have to react and they had to behave accordingly. However, what you guys are doing, you decided, you were proactive to temporarily stay away from your normal life, from your normal 9-to-5s, from your normal day-to-day student activities, and dedicate and prioritize Palestine, human rights, and freedom. So what you are doing here is much, much more important and is waking up the people of the world to the importance of Palestine, to the importance of freedom. Because they would be like, yeah, those black-skinned people that we don't really care about, this is something that they've always been going through for the last century, right? They've always had wars waged against them, they've always been poor, they've always been uneducated, as they think, but now they're seeing one of the beacons in North America, a university like UFT, its students, the brightest in the nation, taking a stand. And that's making world leaders think and change their mindsets and policies. We don't know what happens behind these closed doors. But from the information that keeps trickling out, and from what you are seeing now in changes in global policy, I think you can all agree that what is being done now is historical. Very similar to what happened during the times of Vietnam in universities before. The 2000s Alhamdulillah, with the support of students and people of consciousness around the world, we were able to destroy colonialist thoughts and ideologies. And now in 2023, 2024, the whole world, inshallah, is going to destroy this imperialistic and colonial mindset called Zionism. Zionism, as you are aware, is not equal to Judaism. Jews, Christians, Muslims lived together peacefully in Jerusalem and Palestine for centuries. Actually, Jews, when they were persecuted in Europe, where did they seek refuge? In Arab and Muslim land. And when you talk to the true students of the Torah, of the Old Testament, the real Jews, they tell you that they are using Jews. They are trying to use our name to commit these massacres and try to remind the Jews of the atrocities that were committed to them by other regimes in order to get them on their side and tell them that, look, what happened to us before is happening to us again, and please be behind. But everyone, including myself, never thought that we would come to a day where we would see that openly Jews are saying not in our name. I never thought I would see this day. So thank you all, especially our beloved Jewish community, for taking this stance. I would like to talk a little bit more, but before that, I would like to introduce my wife and partner for the last 18 years, Suzan Harb, who has been with me on this journey. We have 5 children, ages 16 to 5, and they lived in Gaza for around a year and a half before living for a month during this ongoing genocide. So I would like to introduce my wife to provide her thoughts and what she went through during this month. I think it is very important for women's voices to be heard, especially those who lived the genocide in Gaza. Please, Suzan. Yes, Danny. My mic.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. My name is Suzan, and I'm so proud to be part of this amazing future students. I never imagined myself to stand up in front of a crowd like this. I never imagined myself or pictured myself to be in campus standing up with the students who, for the first time in history, saying no, and a big no, to the genocide that is happening right now. I'm so proud to be one of you guys and between you. Thank you so much for having us. I lived in Gaza for the last couple of years. I was in Canada for quite time. I had two of my kids born in Canada, and the 3 of them, they grew up in Canada. 10 years ago, I always say no social media. I never thought social media will take my kids to a good place. Seeing the Instagram, Facebook, TikToks used with a youth that just dancing, doing stuff, as a mother, I was like, no, this is a big no-no. And within a month or two, now I see the Gen Z, right? It's like things are changing. And the youth that I always look at them as has nothing to do in life. There is no goals. They are pointless, choosing a bigger cause. I'm sorry, guys. I'm millennial, right? This is how we see it. Like everyone is just dancing, and a very little people who choosing to do something else. But to be honest, like, and I'm so proud and surprised that the youth these days choose to do something else, to open their eyes and see that there is something else happening in the rest of the world. It's not just us living here in Toronto, doing our things and enjoying ourselves. No, They're looking into other countries and what's happening and feeling the injustice that's happening to other students in the world. And they think that, okay, we're students, and the students of Palestine and Gaza, they deserve to be in school right now. My kids lost their school year, and they have to repeat the whole year. And unfortunately, even the 7 years old been interviewed to be in year 3, and the teacher said she lost her skills. She has to go back to year 1. As a mother, I'm so in pain and I'm frustrated. My 14 years old fall in depression and anxiety. My 16 years old feeling like she has nothing to do in life right now. Like she has to be in high school. She should graduate next year. But unfortunately, she's going back 2 years. And the little one, he's always asking, when I'm going back to school, when I'm gonna go and see my friends. They can't comprehend the idea of everything been taken away from them. Their dreams, their hopes, their friends. In the school that I work in as a counselor, the British International School, we lost one of the staff member, 2 students, one of them were a high schooler, and the other one, he's 5 years old. And remembering those students, how bright and amazing and energetic they were, and looking into the other kids in the world, I feel it's not fair. Why those kids been taken away, took away all their dreams, lives, and hopes from them? All kids should be equal. All kids should have the same rights. Being safe, having a good life, being around their parents. Imagining, alhamdulillah, we left Gaza and I have my husband, my kids, and we're all together. Around 75% of the kids of Gaza now lost one of their parents, if not both of them. And most of the victims and the martyrs, women and children. You can see a whole family is gone and one baby left. A whole family is gone and one person left. And the wish of that person would be, I wish I was with my family. So looking into their eyes and listening to the hopes of 5, 4, 10, 11 years old, what is in your wish in life? It's not a Nintendo Switch. It's not having a new toy. It's not whatever it is. I want to go and be with my family. Where? In Jannah. Like, it shouldn't be a hope for a kid. The kid's hope should be, I want to graduate, I want to live happy, I want to do good stuff in life. But now the kids of Gaza, this is their hopes. To be dead. And why is that? Because someone decided to commit a whole genocide on a whole nation. In the name of what? Fighting terrorism. Where are the terrorists here? I'm so happy to be around you. I'm so proud. And in the name of women of Gaza and the kids of Gaza, the mothers, the sisters, the daughters, thank you so much for sitting fast for us. You are the reason, the hope for them to keep steadfasting, because they at last they see that the rest of the world waking up. And it's just not anyone, it's the youth of the nations. You are the most important thing. You are the hope for tomorrow. Without your help, without your steadfasting, those people will collapse. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Suzan.